Customer is looking to get a bid for a front yard patio, or I'm sorry, on a backyard patio here. So we've got a space here that I think there was maybe a deck here originally. There's also a space on the other side, so we were trying to decide which side to do the deck on. So we chose this back side because it makes the most amount of sense. So we have got, it's 20 feet from the house out to the corner of this garage, and it's 20 feet from this corner out to this corner, and then 2.5 feet in here. So this is 6 feet long, this little strip right here. So it's 20 by 20 for most of it, with a 2.5 by, let's see, 20 minus 6, 14 strips. So this 2.5 by 14 strip here. So decent size, you know, 400 and some odd square feet. So just so that way, if we get this job, we know what we're talking about, or you guys know what I'm talking about. I talked about the grade because it gets wet back here, and I talked about, you know, the differences between stone installation with crushed rock and pavers. So we need to have adequate pitch either way. So we're actually going to put the height of the patio. Do you see how there's kind of a space underneath the porch here? We're going to get it above that space, so that way it's a nice easy step from the height of the patio into the house. So we'll measure down 7-ish inches from there, and that actually should give us sufficient pitch to pitch it away from the house, because it's actually higher here currently than it is over here. Everything kind of drains back this way, but by giving that up a little bit, we should be good to go. If we put pavers in here, we need to put in some sort of drain tile on the far side, on this near side here where I'm standing. So just along the outside, so that way as the water drains this way, we'll put in drain tile for the 22.5 feet that's this way, and we'll probably want to bring it out a little ways into the yard. Let's go another 10 feet into the yard with a pop-up. I know that it's not always that it's probably not going to work that well, but it's at least, it shows her that we're attempting to deal with her water. So, all right, so we've got the patio here. We're going to bid it with bluestone versus regular pavers, the 4x8 brick pavers, versus like a 3-piece paver set. Then we're also going to install some steppers going from the side over here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's go 15 steppers. I'm not quite sure where she wants them to end, but we'll go with 15 steppers going from front to back. Bid them using natural stone. Maybe some standard 18-inch bluestone steppers. We didn't get into too much regarding the type of steppers because we don't know what the type of material she's going to go with. All right, so we've got the patio, the steppers, and then she said that this area gets very wet. And so she wants to know what her options are for dealing with, the wet. And I told her about that one thing that we installed. I think it was called a SureFlow or whatever it was. So we're going to bid to put in a SureFlow tank over here. It's a 50-gallon. Nick knows what I'm talking about. I'll talk to you, Sherry, about what we need to charge for that. So it's just a tank with a grate on top, so that way it's sunk low enough. I told her that nothing that we can do can remove the water from the backyard apart from having a sump pump. However, we can help to try and alleviate, the gully washers, etc. So that's what we're going to attempt to do here. All right, so those are the 3 things that we're going to bid on for this current part. She has another, these walls that are on the side here. She wants to get a price on it, just so that way she knows, for budgetary purposes. So this is a 68 linear foot wall from this point right here, 68 linear feet from here over to where it wraps around over here. On this far side, 68 linear feet, and it's an average of 38 inches high for the bulk of it. But then for this section in right here, I'm going to add 30 extra square feet just to make up for the, because it goes up a little bit and then comes back down. So I come up with 205 square feet. So hopefully that helps you, Sherry. So it's actually call it 70 linear feet, 205 total square feet. So, and we're going to bid it just using regular Fond du Lac. With screw Fond du Lac asher. We didn't talk material at all about this, so it'll at least get her an idea of what the cost is. For this first project, we have access from over here. We should be able to drive in right in here. For the second part, that's where it gets a little bit dicey for these walls. Though they're if she builds the patio here, we're not going to have great access to get in here. So we'll have some access. We'll be able to get, you know, into here, depending if she comes out to the corner here. We'll have a little bit of space to work in. But just add a couple of days, Sherry, of a dingo just for this backside, just in case. You know, put a little extra money in that for cushion. And if we have access, then we have access. So, yeah, I think that's it. The wall will be made out of Fond du Lac ashlar. So.